In other news, last week, the majority of voters in Florida chose to pass a constitutional amendment that bans commercial dog racing in Florida. Xiomara Gonzalez-Gobea has the latest on the new amendment, along with what will happen to the greyhounds who will no longer be used in those races.
Welcome to Florida, where every 3 days a dog dies.
But this will hopefully no longer be true by 2020. 69% of Florida voters elected to ban the commercial greyhound racing industry during last week's midterm elections. Evidence shows these dogs suffer from years of exposure to fractures, severe confinement, and are presumably drugged to enhance their performance on the track, at least in Florida.
I do believe that they're drugging these dogs to enhance their performance.
Sonia Straitman rescues greyhound racing dogs that were about to be put down.
We started rescuing the greyhounds when we found out how many dogs were being euthanized. The owners don't want them any longer when they're finished making money for them, when they are injured, break their legs, when they slow down, they just don't want them.
Greyhound races began in the United States. They were first legalized in California in 1919. 6 other countries copied the greyhound business model, including Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, Vietnam, the UK, and Mexico. In the U.S., 11 of the 17 legal and operational tracks are located in Florida. Well, let me say where. The passing of Amendment 13 puts an end to what some consider one of the cruelest forms of sports and entertainment events. The remaining tracks are still open in Alabama, Arkansas, Iowa, Texas, and West Virginia. There are around 4,000 greyhounds at this point that no longer race and now need help finding a safe home, far away from the isolation and misery of the racing scene. But they have time. Under Amendment 13, the phase-out of these racing dogs will take place between January 2019 and December 2020. Rescuers like Sonia are rushing to help as fast as a greyhound.
Amendment 13 will end the dog races in Florida. They'll be no longer able to wager on the dog races. The tracks can decouple. They won't be able to have the live performance anymore.
The industry itself has been gradually losing money. In Florida, in order for a greyhound race track to exist, it needs to be coupled with a casino. But a recent survey suggests that a younger generation like millennials are not interested in gambling their money away at casinos, where our so-called best friends are put at risk, dying in cages or on the tracks.
Greyhounds are the fastest breed alive. Greyhounds run 45 miles an hour. That's another reason they're injured so often too. They're running at such high speeds when they do collide. It's catastrophic.
They're such beautiful creatures. As per October, there were about 3,700 greyhounds just in Florida, according to the Humane Society of the United States and also Great UK. The number of dogs in the state fluctuates depending on which seasonal tracks are open. If you're interested, I hope you are, in adopting one of these dogs or helping them, please visit www.great2k.com for more information. Back to you, Caro.
Well, thank you, Xiomara, for that story. And I do hope that some of you could take one of those dogs home. I already have many at home. If not, I will for sure adopt one of those beauties.